Varsity Sports on Midco Sports Network is presented by Shields.
And welcome back. Well, it's cold outside, and that's pretty much all we're hearing from the actual meteorologists these days. But the map inside our Varsity Sports studio, much more pleasant. And here's Jason now with your high school hoops forecast.
What is this with actual meteorologists? I am now an actual meteorologist. And we get started with a look at the temperatures around the area, and we get started in North Dakota. Now, obviously, you know the real temperatures are just plain cold, but the temperatures I'm looking at are the people who are heating up across the area. You see Austin Schultz for Fargo-Davies against Jamestown last week, went for a 31-point game, and Christian Adams, he has stepped up for Fargo-Oak Grove. 2 of his last 3 games put up a 46-point total in 2 of those games. We've moved to South Dakota now. The temperatures are hot as well, and 2 guys that I want to bring up are Heath Schindler and Lorenzo Williams. Lorenzo Williams, this again is a 2-game total, 67 points over a 2-game period. And Heath Schindler, while he was at the Pentagon, put up 35 points against Corsica Stickney. Now it's time to take a look at the Thunder Report. This is where people are bringing rain. They're bringing the storms, and guess who always brings the storm? It's Deng Geu. He was playing at the Pentagon. He had about 3 games over the break, and every time you looked up, he was flushing some big dunks down. None better than this one, though. Sam Saganos with the feed. He takes it to the other side and gets the jam, and trust me, De La Salle will not forget Deng Geu on the Thunder Report. Let's move on to Sioux Valley. Oh, look at that. Collin Kramer, in game, goes to the other side of the hoop. And then another great shot of Sam Reynen. Look at that. The block on one side of the court. And then if you strategically cherry pick, not that I'm calling him a cherry picker, but go down to the other side, you can get a 2-handed slam on the fast break, and that's exactly what Sam Reynen does for Aberdeen Ron Colley. Now for the Zach Anderson segment. Oh, did I just see that, Jay?
That's filthy.
He came off screen, caught it behind his head.
It's top 10 worthy right there.
That's top 10 worthy nationwide, but on our Thunder Report in the Dakotas, it definitely belongs. And then look at this, on the fast break, takes the feed off the glass. This is Zach Anderson again, folks. This guy's about 6'1". He plays in Parker, and boy, go watch his games. Every game he's on the Thunder Report, at least making 1 or 2 dunks, and then does it again against Sioux Valley, beats his man to the hoop. Yeah, he got teed up at the end of this one, but I don't know. I think he got teed up for safety. He has to hang there a little bit.
Underneath him, too. I don't have a problem with it.
Then we look at Findlay Prep, who is visiting Sioux Falls right off the opening tip. Horance Spencer III makes his presence known, and if you see the crowd reaction, yeah, it was pretty. A lot of these dunks over the weekend at the Pentagon, seeing a lot of people at the Mike Miller Classic. Horance Spencer III, one of the most impressive that we saw over the weekend. So the Thunder Report was pretty impressive this week. Remember to send your dunks into the Thunder Report. You can hit me on Twitter. You can find us on www.midcosn.com. Find a way to get us your Thunder Report. Now let's take a look at the 7-day planner, or the 7-game planner, I guess you could call it. We've got some interesting matchups over the next 7 days between some pretty good teams. And you see, these are the computer models of exactly their percentage to win, and you see a couple 50-50 shots there. Some good games coming up next Tuesday, North Dakota and South Dakota. But that's a look at some of the best games that you're going to see over the next 7 days here on Varsity Sports.
That's some good ones, no doubt about that. And
great games.
As we don't want to depend on the computer models,
no,
because you know that wouldn't be any fun for us.
Our
so
human
we are
eyeballs,
going to
man.
make our own predictions on some of those games.
Yep.
Coming up a little bit later in the show. But good stuff, Jason. Thanks for that. Well, the scales favor the girls in terms of D1 talent in the Dakotas, but why? Jandy will try and answer that and some other difficult questions next.
Varsity Sports on Midco Sports Network is presented by AE Tech Electrical Training Center in Rapid City.